Can we start the session? Guys, I'm audible? Right. Listen. So we are going to start with I am, right? In the previous, guys, I'm audible? Yes, no?
Yes, finish.
Okay. Yeah. In the previous session, we just, started with I am. Once again, we will revise whatever that we have covered and then we will go for I am and all. So if you ask me what is I am is nothing but and access management. So the full form of I am is identity and access management. So what's the purpose of this identity and access management? Only it deals with the two things. One is authentication. And another one is authorization. Authentication and authorization. This is the two important thing which is handled by your IAM. So if someone is asking what is authentication, it is validating the identity. A person, we need to validate the identity. For that, we are going for authentication. So in order to validate the accessibility, in order to validate the access, we need to go for, again, authorization. So there are two terminology. One is authentication and authorization. Validating the identity is nothing but authentication. Validating the access is nothing but your authorization. So in simple term, you can remember this one. In simple term, you can remember always I am is nothing but who can access what? Who can access what? This is an I am actually. So if someone is asking what is I am, simply you can tell them like I am is nothing but I am talking about who can access what? Who can access what? Right? So suppose here who, what it is referred. Who is nothing but who is making a call. Who is making a call on particular resources in order to perform some action? Who making a call? Who is calling? Right? That's nothing but who is making a call. And it might be any user. It might be a user. User can make a call, or some service can make a call, or even some application also can make a call. Right? Anything can make a call. That's nothing but who. Then if you ask me what is access, access is nothing but a permission or the policy. The set of instruction you will write here. The set of instruction you will write here, or set of instruction is already been written, which either allow or deny your permission. Allow or deny the access or permission. Deny the access. Deny the access. Simple. It's a permission. For that, you need to write some policy. Simple. It's a kind of a policy. Where you have, did you remember bucket policy? We have already discussed a bucket policy. So we have written in the form of JSON. When you want to allow someone or when you want to deny sometime, what basically we will write? We will write the policy, right? For the same thing here also. And what? What? It means that which resources that you want to access. Which resources you want to access, or which services from AWS that you want to access. Which services or resources from the AWS that you want to access. That is nothing but what? Right? Here simply means that I am is giving like who is making a call in order to access the particular resources by writing the permission, by writing the policy. Who is making a call in order to access the particular resources by writing the policy is nothing but I am. I am talks about both authentication and authorization. Authentication and authorization. And I already told you in the previous session itself, there are 4 elements in your IAM. There are 4 elements, important elements in your IAM. What are they? So one is user, and another one is roles, and another one is groups, and we also have policies. This is the 4 important component or element in your IAM. There are 4 important components. One is user, another one is the roles, then we have a groups, and we have a policies. This user and the roles talks about authentication. Authentication. Let me classify user and role under the authentication. And the groups is the best practices. the best practices that basically we will follow. That is your groups. And policies, it is nothing but authorization. Policy is nothing but authorization. Authorization. So I can make this as a formula like IAM is nothing but authentication plus authorization. Authorization. So here authentication, here user by roles, and authorization, it is the policies. It is policies. So maybe I can tell, right, user and the policy or roles and the policies. What I can say, user and the policy are roles and policy. Roles and policy. Right. So this is, you have to remember. And did you remember in the previous session I told one more thing? When you create your AWS account, what are the different way or what are the different credential you will use? I said, whenever you go as a root account, when you use the root account, you have to use the email ID along with the password. Email ID along with the password, you will use it through the management console. Thereby you can able to log in. But remember, in IT industry, when you work with the real time, do not use the root user for your day-to-day work. Still, if you are using also, you have to enable the MFA, multi-factor authentication. Right? I said, don't use your root account for daily activities, day-to-day tasks, and enable the multi-factor authentication. This is the important, the principle or maybe important strategy, or you can kind of a best practices that you always need to remember. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Right. So, and I already, one more thing I have given, like what are the different credential you will require when you log into your AWS account. If you want to log into your AWS account, what are the different credential you will use? See, if you are using the management console, if you want to log into your application, there are two ways. One is you can go as a root account. In that you can use the email ID and the password. But if you go with normal IAM account or IAM user, if you want to log in as an IAM user, then you guys can use the username and password, not email ID and password, username and password. In that we will see practically today. Suppose if you are using a CLI or SDK, software development kit, through that if you are going to log into your AWS account, then you have to use access key, or to access any services from AWS, you have to use access key and the secret key. So what is this access key and secret key? Let me talk later. Right? Fine. Right. Now, the first topic, we will try to understand practical implementation, how to create an IAM user. How to create IAM user. How to create IAM user. This is my question. How to create an IAM user. Right, listen. Now, let me go to my management console. I will open aws.amazon.com and I will sign into my console as well. Yes, my console is up and ready. Now tell me whether I have logged in as a root user or IAM user.
Root user, sir.
Exactly. So this is my root user. So I can once again better log in, thereby you will get the confirmation. So click on sign into console, and here it is in default, it is chosen as root user, and I will give my email address here. Say I have given 1 minute, guys. Only 1 minute. Okay. So I will write DKG4484. That's my email address. I will give it. And along with it, I need to give my password also. I have given the password. And did you remember yesterday or previous session, we have done the MFA. So let me open my MFA device in my mobile and I can send the MFA code also. So, and I will try to click on submit. Yes, it is working. Now I have logged in as a root user. Now let me create one IAM user. In this root user is the powerful user. He has an access to everything. He has an access to everything. Now I will type IAM here. And can you see manage access to the AWS resource? It is an IAM. Click on this. Click on this. And this is my IAM dashboard, right? So no need to worry about the dashboard as of now. Let me click on these users. I can click on users. When you click on this user, so far I don't have any users. So far, I don't have any user. Can you see here the element of your IAM? A group, user, roles, and policy. Later we will discuss, guys. As of now, only focus on the first element. The first element of your IAM, which is nothing but users. IAM users. Now, we logged in as a root user. We have given the root email address and we have given the root password. Now, MFA code also we have given. It is my root account. I have an access for everything. If I type S3, I can be able to create S3. If I type EC2, I can be able to create an instance. Anything that I want to create, I can be able to create because I am the root user. But now this time, I will create one IAM user. How to create an IAM user? Right? Click on this user. And can you see add user here? Just to click on this add user. Here, you have to give the username. The username can have a 64 characters and valid character like A to Z, 0 to 9. It's a normal. It is not like we have created the bucket, right? Where we have to give the unique bucket name. Not like that. You can give any name, right? I will give some name here. Say this is demo user, demo IAM user. Like that I have given demo IAM user 1. Like that I have given some name. If you want to give something different, yeah, you can give it. No issues. Right. So we have given this one. Then it is asking a provide an user access to the AWS management console. Do you want the access to the management console? Yes. I need an access. I need an access. IAM user. They are going to access my AWS through the management console. If you want, you can check it. Otherwise, you can uncheck it. But what I'm saying, hey, yes, I'm going to access your AWS services through the IAM user. For that, I'm checking this box. And then there are two options here. Actually, recently, around a month back, IAM services have some few changes here. Earlier, in the AWS management console, this console is different. A month back, it is completely different. But now they made few more changes also, right? Right, no issues. Now listen. So specific a user in identity center recommended, or I want to create an IAM user. So as of now, no need to worry about the first one. Second one you can go for. I am going to create an IAM user. I'm going to create an IAM user. Right. Now, suppose, guys, before that, I just need to tell, like, listen. And I can click on a sheet. I can click on this sheet here. And let me go with a blank sheet and I will give your name and maybe a something, okay, name and mobile number. Like that I have given something, some information it has. Mobile number. Name say Dinesh. Some information I have written. The simple information I have written. That's it. So what I'm going to share this. So before that it is asking me to share. Yeah, maybe this is info number 1, like that I have saved. So it is asking to share. So what I will do, I will share this to. Can you give me someone your mail address? 2 or 3 mail address. Can you give it to me? Yes, can you post in the chat box your email address, 2 or 3 mail address? Thank you. Why it is not copying? Okay, I need to type, I think so. Which is yuvaraj.21. Okay, the one more amchan93.as@gmail.com. Okay, njusforsam@gmail.com. Right. Okay, I will give you access. I will give you a viewer access. Right. Fine. Now let me copy this link, and in the chat box, I will post it as well. Now click on send. I have sent it as well. So can you guys try to click that link and see whether you can able to edit or not? Whether you can add your name and your mobile number. Can you check? Sambil, Aman, and one more, Joraj. Can you try, will you able to write something to this Excel?
No, Dinesh, I'm unable to edit it.
Yes.
I just can able to view.
You can able to view, right?
Yes, I can able to view.
Others.
Also, we received an email as well.
Okay. Others like Monica, Fatima, Emmanuel, you guys, can you try to open that particular file?
I try to use the link, but it's not showing anything.
Yes, you cannot see my screen, right? You cannot see my Excel, right? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm not seeing it.
See, it means that Yuvaraj, Aman, and Sandil, these three people, they are authenticated people, and they are authenticated people. That's the reason they can able to open this file. At least they can able to open this file because they have their user ID and password, Gmail user ID and password. That's the reason they can able to open this file. This is authentication. The second one is I have given the viewer access to them. It means that they have other permission. Authorization is nothing but a permission. Access. They can able to only view the access. But when I see like Fatima, Emmanuel, for they are right, they are not authenticated, they are not authorized person. Are you getting my point?
Yes, finished. I'm not educated.
Yes. Yes, are you clear with what is authentication and what is authorization? Yes or no?
Yes, finished.
Everyone, authentication and authorization, will you able to differentiate?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Now, I am going to create IAM user. I'm going to create an IAM user. I want to create an IAM user. And it is still asking me, if you are going to create an IAM user, what is the username that you want? Already I have given my username. Now it is asking me, can you give your password? Can you give your password? Either we can go with the auto-generated password, or you can go with custom password. You can give your password, your own password. And it is telling a user must create a new password at a next sign in. If you want, you can check it. Otherwise, you uncheck it. So if you are signing next time, right, as a IAM user, that time if you want to give some new password, and you remember, guys, when you temporarily when you generate some password, when you log into that application, it will ask you, right, old password, new password, 2 times you have to enter. Did you remember that one? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
After resetting the password, it will happen, right? So in the same way, if you want to give a new password at the time of new signing, you can uncheck. Otherwise, you can uncheck. That's your wish. Let me click on custom password. I'm going to give my password, customer password. I'm going to give the password. Say I will give some password here. I will give some password here. But if you want to show the password, yeah, you can see it also, right? Then click on next. And then this and all default, no need to worry about this one. Later, anyway, we are going to talk more about this thing. As of now, click on next. That's it. You have given the username, you have given the password, and if you want to give the tag also, you can give it. Say name, This is I am user number 1. Like that, I am giving some name. And after that, clicking on create user. Now what will happen? One user got created. See, user created successfully. If you want to view and download the user password and email instruction for signing into the AWS management console, you can click on view user. Or if you need your information in the form of CSV file, you can download the CSV file also. Or you can see the username here. If you want to see the password, you can click on show. Thereby you can see the password also. There are different ways. Let me download the CSV file for future purpose also. I can download because sometimes I can miss, right? I can download the CSV file. Right. After that, I can return to my user list where I can see how many users are there. So far, there is only one user I have created, which is called demo IAM user number 1. Demo IAM user number 1. It is my username. I have successfully created one user in my AWS. IAM user I have created with the help of my root account. Now what I will do, I will open my new incognito window. Now I already have an Excel sheet, right? So that is downloaded. Let me open that. So where is that? Yes, it is available. Let me double click on this. Yes, here we have. Directly you guys can go for this, use this URL also. Let me copy this URL and I can go to my browser. Let me paste it. Press enter. And it is directly giving me account ID. When I use that URL, I'm automatically getting the account ID. Here I have to pass the username. What is my username? Demo IAM user, which is 1, I think so. Let me check it 1 second. What is that? Demo IAM user 1. What is the password I have given? Admin 123 exclamation. Let me pass. Admin 123 exclamation. When you click on sign in, yes. Now I have logged into my AWS management console in the form of IAM user. In the form of IAM user. I am not, root user. I am the IAM user. Now, when you log in as a IAM user, see, suppose if you are trying to use EC2 server here, let me click on this EC2 server. See, you are seeing an error, right? API error. Why? Because you don't have a permission. See, we have an account. We have created an account, but you don't have a permission. You don't have a permission. That's the reason you are seeing the API error. Now, let me try to open the S3. When you open the S3, again, I can see what? I am not able to see the create button because I don't have a permission. I already authenticated, but I am not the authorized user. I am user, I have given the user ID and password, I can be able to see the console. But did I have any permission? Who can access? Who can access? Dinesh can access. But what? I don't have a permission. Any services that I want, I cannot able to access. Suppose let me go to the VPC. Can I able to create a virtual private cloud here? No, we are seeing an error. Are you clear with that? What is the difference between authentication and authorization? Yes or no?
Yes, Dinesh.
Now, I have logged in as I am user. Now, what I need to do? I need to give enough permission. Then only I can able to access my account. If I don't get the permission from the root account, I cannot. If you're working in an IT company, right? Suppose you are working in some project. Maybe in that project, maybe there are 4 developers and 1 developer lead is available. Maybe kind of a team manager is available. The 4 developers, they are joining to the company. Maybe today they are joining. Tomorrow, what the company they are saying, right? Will the company give all the 4, they will assign as a root account? Definitely no, right? They will not give you the root permission to them. Because if we give all the permission to them, what will happen? They can delete the account. They can do anything, right? So for that reason, what the manager will do? they will create a IAM account. For the 4 developer, they will create the 4 user, 4 IAM user under the root account, and they will send the credential to them. Whatever the permission they require, only those permission will be assigned. Are you getting my point? Yes. Right. Now listen. Now we have a user. I will tell you one more way. This is through the C console, management console, we have created the user, right? There is another way. Through the CLI also we can able to create, or through the CLI also we can able to create IAM user. I will tell you that way also. How? Maybe let me open my cloud shell. It is my cloud shell, right? So through it's a kind of a CLI on your AWS cloud itself. Using this cloud shell also, we can able to create an IAM user. For that, you have to write some command. For that, you have to write the command. So what is the command that you can write? Thereby you can able to create IAM user. Simple. AWS space IAM space create -user space -username, whatever the username that you want, you can give it. Say suppose I'm writing IAM user, IAM demo IAM user 2, like that I have given. Demo IAM user, like that I have given. Now let me click on enter. We'll see whether it is creating an IAM user or not. We'll see. See, it successfully got created, and that's the reason I can able to see this thing. Let me check in the management console now, and I will refresh this. When I refresh, can you see here? One more user got created. Demo IAM user 2 got created. Now suppose if I want to log into this one, yeah, I can able to click on new incognito window, and I need the URL and all. But problem is, when you don't have a password and all, right? In demo IAM user, I have done in the management console. That way I got the password. But in demo IAM user 2, I don't have any password because it is created through the CLI. So let me click on this, and here you can find the security credential. Can you see the security credential? Click on this. After clicking on security credential, here you see the console password is not enabled. But before that, let me copy this URL, and let me copy this URL, and I will open this and open this as well. And account ID is available. 1 minute. Account ID is available, but the username is demo IAM user, which is true. But where is the password? The password is available here. See the password. I have to set the password. Let me enable the console access and click on enable. And here you can give the custom password, whatever that you want. Same, I will give the same password here also. And click on apply. Whatever the password that you want, you can give it. That's it. Let me open this, and I will give the password here. Click on sign in. And I can able to log into this another IAM user also. See guys, there are 2 ways. One is you can go with the management console, or you can go with a command line interface also. So either of them, it is fine. Only 1 minute, guys. Either of them is fine, right? Either we can go for management console, or you can go for command line interface. Through that you can able to create it. If you need any documentation related to how can I create an AWS IAM role, or IAM user, for that you just type in the Google saying that AWS IAM say consider like a CLI reference, like that you can type in Google and go to this where you can find the complete documentation. Suppose I want to create one user. Can you click on this create user? And you can see the different commands they have given along with the parameters also they have mentioned. So come below. Right here you can find the command AWS IAM space create hyphen user space hyphen user hyphen name, and you can give some name, username you can give it. So your output is available in the form of JSON. JSON is nothing but it's a kind of key and value pair, right? Any questions so far? Others, any questions so far? Everyone clear so far?
Yes, sir.
So in order to do this CLI, first we have to go to this AWS Cloud Shell. There we have to give this command and all,
Yeah,
right?
either you can use the terminal or you can use the putty or you can go for this cloud shell also, because AWS inbuilt we have a cloud shell, right? So if
Yes.
you go with a CMD or maybe a terminal, that is the Linux based. But if you go with the cloud shell, AWS itself providing this cloud shell. It is not a Linux based, we can call it is a AWS based.
Okay.
Both are different. Terminal is different, cloud shell is different. Cloud shell, it's a kind of a terminal. It is built on top of your AWS.
Okay.
AWS is offering that one. Okay. Okay. Let's stop it here. So I will take one small topic now, then later we'll come back to 1 second here. Now the question is how to create an IAM user. You already know how to create an IAM user with help of two things I have covered only through the management console, and another one is with help of a CLI. Now I said right here, group is nothing but I said it's the best practices. I said group is a best practices. The question is why group is called best practices? That's the question. Why is group is called best practices in your AWS IAM role or IAM account, right? So if someone is asking what is IAM group, IAM user you already know, we have already created one user we have created. So IAM group is nothing but a collection of IAM user. It's a group of IAM user. Basically we can call it as IAM group. See, when basically we will go for IAM group, whenever if I want to give, suppose if I want to have maybe a similar kind of permission, then I will go for IAM group. Let me teach you. Let me tell you later. Listen, suppose I will give you one real scenario, then we will come back here. Suppose we have a company. Take a company. In that company, there are total 65 developers are there. 65 developers or 60 or 70 developers are there, right? Now suppose in that maybe today 5 developer are newly joined to the company. 5 developer they have joined to our company. Now what basically we need to do for these 5 people, we have to allocate a machine, right? First we have to allocate the machine and we have to send this is the first step, right? Whenever you join any IT company, you will get the set of credential. In the same way, suppose they are using some kind of application. Say they are using some kind of application, say database. They are using a database. And the team lead who is working in that particular company, that guy is he has the root account for this database and he has the complete access, or no need to database at all, just to consider like the AWS. He is the root account, he has the root access to the complete services from AWS. Whatever the service which is used by that particular company, S3 or maybe a EFS, EBS, VPC, whatever it might be. all those access which is controlled by the team lead guy. Now you joined, right? 5 developer, they have joined newly. So what this team lead will do, he will create an account, right? Because he will not give the root access, root account to the 5 developer because they are the junior developer. We cannot give all the permission to those people, right? So what this guy will do, under this team lead, he will create the 5 users as we did. We have created the 2 users, right? In the same way, he will create the 5 users, 5 IAM users using his root account. Now, he has created the account, but still the developer, they cannot access anything, right? With unless or until we are giving the permission, this developer cannot access anything. So what the one way is what the team lead, he has to go to each user, he has to give the permission. What permission? Maybe he will give the S3 permission, AWS in the company, around 100 to 200 permission we have to give with respect to any application. It might be a DB, or we are using some front-end application, or we are using some kind of different services, or back-end service or front-end service, whatever it might be. We are giving some kind of a permission. Every permission individually you have to go for the true account, user account, IAM user account, where you have to enable them. Then only they can able to access, right? So suppose 5 developer, maybe this manager cannot allocate a half day or maybe a 4 hours, right? In order to give the permission and all. Yes or no? Maybe 5 developer we can leave. Suppose tomorrow 10 developer they are joining in the company. Will I go each IAM account where I can give the permission? Is it easy talk or difficult talk? Or in a company, you see 2,000 or 3,000 employees, they are working. I'm going to give the access to them. Maybe all are getting some similar kind of access, like Outlook access. All are getting some email access. In that case, each IAM user account, can I log in and I can give the access? Is it easy? What do you say? Guys? What do you guys are saying?
It's a difficult one.
Exactly. It is a difficult one, right? Instead of that one, what I am going to do in IAM, what we basically will do, we can create a group. Inside the group, maybe we can put all the developer, say the developer 1, developer 2, developer 3, developer 4, developer 5, all the 5, like a WhatsApp group or Telegram group, where we can create a group. And whatever the permission that you want to give it, like maybe the permission number 1 you are going to give for all the email permission. That's the permission number 1. What you guys do, and in the group level, you can assign the P1. Thereby, whoever under this group, they can get this permission. For that reason only, we are going for group. So maybe 4 or 5, is it easy? Maybe individually we can go ahead and we can give the permission. But if you work with the organization, if you have more employee and more permission that I need to give, in that case, individually I cannot concentrate. In the group level, if you assign the permission, it will be applicable for all those people under the group. Are you getting my point? What is group? What is the purpose of group? Why I am calling group as a best policy, best practice?
Yes, please.
Everyone? Any question? So what I'm doing here, I am attaching a policy. Here I am attaching the policy at the group level. At the group level. Thereby, here whoever the user is available under the group, they will inherit, they will extend, they will inherit the policy. They will inherit policy. So that's the main agenda that we are going for group. Remember, IAM group, if someone is asking, you simply tell them it is a collection of IAM user, is nothing but your IAM group. Collection of IAM user, it is nothing but your IAM group. And also, we cannot create a nested group, guys. Group cannot be nested. Remember, group cannot be nested. Suppose if you have a group, under that you can put the user. But under that you cannot create one more group. Like that you cannot nested your group. Under the group you can put the user. You cannot create a nested group inside the one group. Are you getting my point? Yes, everyone.
Yes, Tejas.
And one more point, like user can belong to multiple group guys. User can belong to multiple group. Even if you take WhatsApp, maybe we will in different group, right? Maybe family group or personal or educational group, whatever it might be. So user can belong to multiple group. In the same way, one user can belong to multiple group, but we cannot listed your group. That you have to remember. Any questions so far? Any question regarding this IAM group? Everyone, respond. Any question?
No questions.
Okay. Okay. Now we'll talk about the policy. We'll talk about policy. Policy is nothing but it's a kind of policies. Policies, it's a kind of template. Can I call it as templates? Templates means maybe a kind of a blueprint. Kind of blueprint. It is JSON based blueprint actually. JSON based template. What are the permission that you are going to give? That is available in the form of JSON. You already know JSON also. We have done in the access policy, bucket policy. It's a JSON based template. So, like if you want to be defined like a set of instruction that we are going to allow or deny the access is nothing but your IAM policy. Policy is a simple word, it's a permission. What kind of action that you are going to allow or what kind of action that you want to deny. That talks about your policy. If we, even though I am user, you have created, they don't have a permission. It is your responsibility to create a permission. So now the question is how to create the permission. That's what we are going to learn. But before that, see, there are many classifications with respect to IAM policy. The one classification is managed policy. This policy is nothing but a permission. Suppose I have given view permission for you guys. If you want to give, I can be able to give the edit permission also. I can be able to give the delete permission also. That is the permission. In the same way, using the IAM, we can be able to give the permission, either allow or deny. So, in IAM policy, we have a classification called managed policy. So, there are two important managed policy. One is AWS managed policy. Another one is customer managed policy. So there are two policies. One is AWS managed policy and another one is customer managed or custom managed policy. So what is the difference between this AWS managed policy and custom managed policy? In the topic itself, you can get the answer. So here, who is going to manage the policy? So here, who is manage the policy? AWS is going to manage your policy. Here, who is going to manage the policy? It is going to managed by customer. Customer is going to manage the policy. Customer managed the policy and AWS managed the policy. So who is managing the policy? That's the question. See, I will show you. When you create your AWS account, as a root account, that moment itself, you are having or you are getting some kind of permission from the AWS. Is it true or not? We'll try to understand this one. Can you see your policies? When you click on these policies, it is my root account. It is my root account. That time, can you see there are many policies here? AWS Direct Connect read-only access, Amazon Glacier read-only access, Marketplace full access. Like that, when you create your AWS account, in that moment itself, you will get a set of permission from the AWS. That is nothing but AWS managed policy. If you are not getting the permission, how you guys created an IAM account? How you guys created an EC2 or S3 bucket, EFS, EBS? How we have created? Because we got the permission from the AWS. Those policy we can call it as AWS managed policy. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Everyone?
Yes, Dinesh.
So at the time of EC or at the time of AWS login itself, we are getting some kind of permission because of AWS already created AWS managed policy. That's the reason we can able to do all those things. Now what I will do, I am going to create the customer policy. Not customer policy. Maybe what I can do, right? I am user don't have any policy, right? Simply I'm going to give some permission to them. I'm going to give some permission to them. See, let me write here. So far, I'm only talking about AWS managed. I'm not talking about the customer policy, customer managed policy. Let me give read access for S3 for the IAM account. S3 managed. S3 read. S3, any read access is available? Yes. Can you see AWS S3 read only access? I can click on this and create a policy, or otherwise, I will tell you in another way also. Click on these users. Better, click on this user. I will take this one. I will take this one, demo IAM user, right? And click on this. And I will click on this. And here, you can see the permission policies, right? Click on this, add permission and add permission. And either add permission, I'm going to attach some policy to my IAM account. I'm going to attach some policy. For that, I'm clicking on this. And then here we have a set of policy, right? So what I will do, I will search for S3 read. Can you see S3 read only access? And I will click on this and click on next and click on add a permission. Add a permission. That's it. I have added the permission now. I have added the permission now. See, in my S3, I will open my S3. I already have one bucket, guys, here. See, I already have one bucket. Bucket 27 February. Now let me open my IAM account and click on reload. And this is my demo user 2. No, not this one. This one. This is demo. Okay. Let me log out and log in with a different credential. Click on sign into console. So here the account ID I need to give it. So let me minimize. Click on this. Get the account ID and open this console. Open this console. Give it the user name. And here demo IAM user 1 and my password admin 123 exclamatory and click on sign. Now I can see S3, right? When I click on this S3, can you able to see this bucket, right? Yes or no? Because I have given the read access to my S3 bucket. That's the reason. But if I try to create a bucket, say I'm giving bucket -1, -2, -3, -4, like that. I have given some name and come below. Let me click on create bucket. See what I'm seeing. Hey, to create a bucket, you need the permission. You need a permission. I have given only a read only access. I haven't given a create a bucket access. No, only the read access I have given. That's the reason I'm not able to create a bucket here. Are you getting my point? How can I attach the policy to my IAM? Can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
Fatima, Emmanuel, Monica, Nikhil, Samuel. Any question here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I said today, just how to create a user, how to create a user with help of a management console, how to create a user with help of a terminal. These two things we have done. And along with that, what is IAM group? Why we can call IAM group as a best practice, that we have discussed. The third important thing we have covered, how can I attach a policy to your IAM user? How can I attach, right? See, suppose I will go to my IAM and this IAM, and let me click on this users, and demo user 1 is available and demo user 2 is also available. Let me click on this and I will click on add a permission and add a permission, attach a policy directly, and this guy here I am going to add some policy, say ES3. What are the policies available? Can you see here? ES3 full access is available. S3 read-only access is available. S3 output read-only access is available. S3 object lambda, like that we have many accesses available, they have given. You can see. Suppose if I give full access to this user, I'm going to give the full access. Click on next and click on add permission. Now I have given. Now let me go to my, click on reload. And this is my demo user 2, not demo user 2. I'm sorry. This is demo user 1. I will once again click on sign into console and I need the account ID and I will minimize this. I can get it from here. Copy this. Paste it. Here demo IAM user, which is 2, and give the password, the same password I have given. Now I can able to log into this application. Let me try to see S3. Can I have the read access? We'll check first. Am I having the read access? Yes, I can able to read it. Can I able to create the bucket now? See, say this is the demo, -2, -3, -4, like that. I have given something here and come below and try to click on create bucket. So the thing is small, come below and click on create bucket. Now, will I able to create the bucket? Yes, right. I can able to create the bucket because I have given the full access. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, fine, guys. If you have any question with respect to whatever that I have covered today, let me know. Or otherwise, we'll see tomorrow. Only one session is available with respect to IAM. Tomorrow, we will complete IAM, and day after tomorrow, we will move into another services from AWS. Any question?
Dinesh, day before the video upload பண்ணலீங்களா?
பண்ணலையா? Sure.
அந்த பிளேலிஸ்ட்ல இல்ல, செக் பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டேன்.
அப்படிங்களா? ஒரு நிமிஷம் இல்ல பார்க்கலாம். நான் செக் பண்ணிட்டு இல்லைன்னா அப்லோட் பண்ணி விடுறேன்.
சரிங்க. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Ganesh.
Bye.